Do you know that one small black stone in the desert of Arabia has been touched by millions of people for more than 1,300 years? Do you know that only two cities on earth, Mecca and Jerusalem, influence the spiritual lives of over half of the entire human population today? And do you know that the story of these places connects three of the world's most powerful religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam? But here is the real question many people never ask. Before we dive into the main story, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification button for more interesting video like this. How did these sacred sites become the center of global faith, conflict, politics, and identity? Why does a stone embedded in a cube-shaped building draw 2 million pilgrims every year? Why has Jerusalem been fought over for more than 3,000 years? And how did these ancient traditions shape the modern world we live in today, from law and culture to morality and international politics? Some historians say these sacred traditions united civilizations. Others argue they also sparked centuries of rivalry and misunderstanding. But the deeper truth is far more fascinating. To understand it, we must travel back thousands of years to the origins of faith, pilgrimage, and sacred space. And it begins with a mysterious stone in the city of Mecca. At the center of the holiest site in Islam stands a cube-shaped structure called the Kaaba in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Embedded in one corner of the structure is a small dark rock known as the Black Stone of Mecca. For Muslims, the stone is not worshipped as a god. Instead, it is considered a sacred relic connected to the Prophet Muhammad and earlier prophets. Islamic tradition says the stone was originally placed in the Kaaba by Abraham and his son Ishmael as part of rebuilding a sanctuary dedicated to one God. Some early traditions describe the stone as originally white, darkened over time by the sins of humanity. Whether symbolic or literal, the stone became a powerful spiritual marker. Every year during the Hajj pilgrimage, millions of Muslims walk around the Kaaba 7 times, a ritual known as tawaf. If possible, pilgrims try to touch or kiss the black stone, following the example of Prophet Muhammad. But historians note something fascinating. The Kaaba existed long before Islam. Before the 7th century, Mecca was already a major pilgrimage center in Arabia, where different tribes placed idols inside the sanctuary. In the year 630 CE, Muhammad and his followers peacefully entered Mecca and removed the idols, rededicating the Kaaba to the worship of one God. From that moment forward, Mecca became the spiritual center of Islam. Today, more than 1.9 billion Muslims worldwide pray 5 times daily facing the Kaaba. That means at any moment on earth, millions of people are physically orienting themselves toward a single building in Mecca. Few places in history have ever held such global spiritual influence. But Mecca is not the only sacred center. Roughly 1,200 kilometers to the north lies one of the most contested and spiritually significant cities in human history, Jerusalem. Jerusalem holds sacred meaning for all 3 Abrahamic religions. For Judaism, the city was the capital of the ancient kingdom of King David around 1000 BC. His son Solomon built the first temple, the central place of worship for the Jewish people. Although the temple was destroyed in 586 BC, Jewish memory and tradition kept Jerusalem as the spiritual heart of Judaism. Today, the Western Wall is the holiest accessible site for Jewish prayer. For Christianity, Jerusalem is the place where the life of Jesus Christ reached its most important moments. According to Christian belief, it is where Jesus was crucified, buried, resurrected. These events are remembered at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, one of Christianity's most sacred sites. Jerusalem is also deeply important in Islam. Muslims believe the Prophet Muhammad experienced the night journey, traveling from Mecca to Jerusalem before ascending to heaven. The site associated with this event is the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Al-Aqsa is considered the 3rd holiest site in Islam, after Mecca and Medina. Despite differences, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam share many historical roots. They are often called the Abrahamic religions because they all trace spiritual heritage to the patriarch Abraham. These religions share several core ideas: a belief in one God, moral laws guiding human behavior, sacred scriptures, and prophets who delivered divine messages. Across centuries, these ideas shaped legal systems, ethical philosophy, education, charity traditions, art and architecture. Entire civilizations grew around these beliefs. Today the numbers are staggering. Approximately 2.4 billion Christians, 1.9 billion Muslims, 15 million Jews. Together these traditions influence over half of humanity. Their impact can be seen in many legal systems adopted moral principles derived from religious teachings. Architecture, literature, music, and art across Europe, Africa, and Asia were shaped by these traditions. Charity. Religious teachings inspired hospitals, schools, and humanitarian aid systems. But history also shows that sacred places sometimes became centers of political struggle. Jerusalem, for example, has been conquered more than 40 times across history. Conflicts often arose not simply because of religion, but due to politics, power, and territory. Historians increasingly agree on an important point. Many conflicts labeled religious wars were actually political struggles using religion as identity. Understanding that distinction is key to building peace in the modern world. If these sacred traditions have shaped so much of human civilization, what lessons can they offer today? Scholars often point to three important ideas. Understanding history. Learning the real historical context behind sacred traditions reduces misinformation. Respect for shared heritage. Jerusalem and Mecca remind humanity that religious history is interconnected. Dialogue instead of division. Many modern leaders emphasize cooperation between religious communities. When these traditions focus on their shared values, compassion, justice, and humility, they can become powerful forces for peace. So the next time you hear about the Black Stone in Mecca, or the sacred city of Jerusalem, remember that these places are more than just locations on a map. They are symbols of humanity's search for meaning, identity, and connection to the divine. And the story is still unfolding today. Because the real question is not just how these religions shaped the past, but how humanity will choose to shape the future. If you enjoy hidden history, ancient mysteries, and powerful stories that shape the world, subscribe and join this channel. Because the next episode will reveal something even more surprising. The forgotten African civilizations that influenced global religion and knowledge. And most people have never heard of them. For more videos like this, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.